Hi, this is Doug Ward from Tech Britain. I'm very happy to be here with Brent Hoberman, investment partner and director from ProFounders, amongst many other things. Thank you very much for your time, Brent.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
You too.
I mean, so much to speak about. Made.com, mydeco.com. Can we talk about your background to start with, please?
Sure. How far back do you want to go?
General overview.
I mean, general. I think first it's important to note that I'm not actually British. I came here as from South Africa, so originally via New York, got Americanized, and then basically did typical English education, but did I guess a big startup which was called lastminute.com, and sold that. Took it public and then sold it for over $1 billion, and then now doing quite a few different things.
Yeah, I mean, you're not the stereotypical VC, Brent. I mean, with the obviously CEO of startups as well. Kind of, what was you thinking about being involved in the two different worlds?
Yeah, I think I wasn't quite ready yet to go as a full-time VC. I still have lots of ideas I like to start. So starting companies is really fun. So it's a balance between how much you want to start and how much you want to invest. And both are actually, the key thing was just to do something interesting every day and to sort of support the tech community. And so I think that blend of investing on lots of boards, on quite a few big boards as well, and then chairman of mydeco and made.com.
So moving on to mydeco.com and made.com, can we tell our viewers, if they haven't come across the companies yet, what they're about?
So mydeco.com, the bit that's most special probably is the 3D tool where we have modeled 120,000 of items of furniture in 3D, and you can visualize those items and drag and drop them in a browser with no download, and then see your room creation in photorealistic 3D. So 700,000 rooms have been built using that tool. mydeco also has a retail business which aggregates offline boutiques and helps them sell online. So then there is made.com that we sort of spun out of mydeco with Ning Li, the co-founder there, who had done a related business in France. So helped him persuade him to get up and going and do this here. And made.com is what we call crowdsourced furniture, direct from manufacturer or factory to the consumer, saving the customer up to 70% on beautiful designed furniture.
The website will be up there. It's fantastic. It's a great start. Well, both of them. You're very active in the community, Brent. What's your thoughts on London's tech community as is?
It just gets more and more vibrant. I think that's the exciting part. Is there are so many new ideas. I was at Seed Camp earlier this week doing mentoring some sessions there, and there's always a huge variety of companies that come out of Seed Camp, but also right across the London tech scene, you're seeing the serial entrepreneurs put money back into the community, the likes of Joss and Ben White from Message Labs. You've got Atomico, you've got Passion Capital, so all those are helping the ecosystem, and you've got quite a few accelerator hubs as well. And your London is being seen more and more as a global center, and one of the best cities in the world to start a tech company.
Yeah, I must say, the likes of yourself, and we were over at Passion Capital recently, your activity in the community is very refreshing. We think it's important for the bigger guys to be getting involved and, even doing this interview. Thank you very much for that. I imagine somebody's watching this, Brent, and they're thinking that they want to get in touch with you, and they maybe got a startup and they're thinking, I want to get ProFounders involved. What kind of tips do you give to people who are trying to approach you from afresh?
I think it is all about credibility and how you're going to make your idea successful. So there's one thing is, VCs are quite, they see a lot of stuff, right? So you can't get upset with them if they're probably seeing, I don't know, maybe 1,000 plans in 2 years is what ProFounders saw, I think. So they're not going to be able to meet everyone, and they're not going to be able to say yes to everyone. So what are the ones that get through? It's where somebody really has gone and established credibility. Even if I look back at myself, before I did lastminute.com, I had the idea years before, but I suddenly realized I wasn't credible. I was like, I don't know enough about the internet. I kind of like it, but I don't know much about it. I couldn't manage people, whatever. So I went and worked just for 10 months actually in the internet. So that gave me credibility. And then very quickly on, I got great board members on board and great co-founders and all that sort of stuff. So you're able to convince and sell to other people to build a credible story. And then beyond that is, are you really passionate about what you're doing, or are you doing it just to make a quick buck? If you need to make a quick buck, that certainly doesn't excite me. There may be some VCs who like that, but you're less likely to be successful. And then it's really just about what's the probability that you're going to make this successful, and execution's a big part of that. What's the team look like?
Fantastic. And we always like to ask plans for the future, Brent.
Oh gosh, plans for the future. I think it's a whirlwind. I'd like to start more stuff. I'd throw more seeds, get more people on board to start. So I've got a few more ideas that I think other people could be starting. So maybe find some more people to do that. But then more relevant here is just see more great entrepreneurs that I can help. And we've got lots more ideas that I think are going to come to Europe. And I think also see more pan-European success stories and more companies here going out into Asia, Brazil, because we also run the Founders Forum, which is an event that has the best entrepreneurs in 4 countries and builds them together and has brainstorms with them. So that gives us a bridgehead into those markets as well.
Something I need to, I forget sometimes where the audience might not know about Founders Forum. Can we just quickly speak about that, if that's okay?
Sure. So Founders Forum is an event we've been doing for 7 years, and it's really, I think, a very special event in that it has the absolute best, the top entrepreneurs, and I won't name drop them now, but if you think of basically most of the guys in Europe who've created success stories in the digital media space, over 300 million, many of them over 1 billion, get together, brainstorm together. But now, importantly, we've added another track, which is for the young and upcoming entrepreneurs. So we have another 100 entrepreneurs in another room, and they mix the tracks, which is where the energy is those guys who have businesses maybe 10, 20, 30 million, but they're going to be the next big story, or we think they will be. So more information on that at foundersforum.eu.
Fantastic. Brent, thank you so much for your time. It's been a real pleasure.
Thank you.
Cheers.